Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop on this fine, lazy Sunday afternoon. She's quiet. All is quiet here on the Western Front. We are going to embiggen some holes. The video for the knockouts just went live, and some bright sparks down below me in the doobly-doo. You know who you is. Mentioned a trick long forgotten, however very useful for embiggening holes if and you ain't got the knockout. If you're stuck with these Jesus things, these are hole saws, of course, and the problem with the hole saws is you need a pilot drill in order to guide this. The difference between pink and stink is a matter of hangulation. You got to stay on target. So in a previous video, I showed you what to do is to build a bush for yourself. Everybody needs a proper bush, and that way that'll keep you on target. But a lot of times you're in the field, you need options. One of the options, what doesn't require you make a bush and then clamp it on or screw it on, because sometimes you can't get a screw for trying. If you've been here for any amount of time, I get in trouble. I get my pecker punched on occasion because I don't show you what the problem is. I figure, it's internalized. The problem is patently obvious to the most casual of observers. However, here on where we're to, sometimes guys aren't that familiar with the problem. So I'm going to show you what the problem is here. Is that the hole is not big enough for the gland. And ain't no spit and prayer gonna make it big enough. Already making a meal out of this one. Send your hate mail to. The problem is here we got a 1 3/8 bushing hole, and we need it bigger. But you can't use the hole saw to embiggen it because it's just gonna walk all over the place. It needs a pilot to stay on target. Here's what you do: you take the bigger size. You put it on here, like so, all the way down. Don't worry about these little thrust pins, because this will sell well. Now the problem is you're going to torque this right on good and proper, but it'll get you out of a dilly of a pickle. See what I'm doing there? I think you're smoking what I'm rolling now, eh? Huh? Stupid like a fox. Breaking it down now for the dullards what never turned their own drill, but insist on keyboard warrioring. You get the little one to guide in the big one. Not my cup of tea, but no accounting for some tea baggers. What somebody does in the comfort of their own scoop bucket on coffee break is their own affair. Oh, hold on here. I can hear your anguished cries. Just ease off the old jazz hands routine, and I'll show you the solution. There's an obvious problem with this. When you gotta go from a small size hole and step it up to a bigger size hole, the arbor are different sizes. Okay, so I at one point did a couple government jobs and whipped up a bunch of these. Essentially, this is 1/2 inch national fine thread. Now, your flavors may vary depending on your country of origin. But what you do is you get yourself a bolt, this same thread form. In this case, 1/2 inch national fine thread. You cut it off and you punch a 1/4 inch hole in there. That allows you to have a bushing. Then you slide on your larger size, like so. And then you put the bushing, you thread that in there, and then you put that over top. Now that just moves around wherever it wants. That's just fine and dandy, because all you're looking for is to get the hangle of the dangle proper. So we will maybe make one of those in a future video. It's no big deal. It's just a 1/2 inch bolt. You cut it off, knock a quarter inch hole in there. And that is how you can embiggen a proper hole without, chattering the teeth out of your head. Thanks for watching. Keep your dick in a vice.